Good morning and thank you for joining me again on my electrified journey around Europe. Today I'll be driving to Trollstigen. With my weird choice of way yesterday, I had to try a bit harder to plot a route that would not end up in a lot of back and forth on the same road because I'm already south of Trollstigen, and to get north of it I'd have to backtrack all the way to Åndalsnes. But I think I found a good alternative, as the part of the road that I will need to double back on will be the very nice pass leading to Trollstigen from the south. First order of the day was what led me here, charging the car. There is an Ionity station at Ostölvatnet, 23 kilometers from the car park I spent the night at, and I went there to raise the car's battery state of charge from 18 to 95% through an infusion of 60 kilowatt hours. In the meantime, I decided on a route that involved two ferry crossings, one at Magerholm, southeast of Ålesund, and the second in Stranda. And that would take me to Trollstigen in just over 100 kilometers. As I'm driving towards Trollstigen, I realize that my choice of route is actually a very good one, because I can have a peek at all the many campgrounds along the way. Having said that, I was still giving myself the option of spending the night at a car park again if there was a river nearby. The plateau south of the hairpins is marvelous and would make for a wonderful place to kick back, but judge for yourself. As expected, the tourist building at the top and the hairpins are a hive of activity. Clouds are moving in, so I will first drive down the twisties and then back up before going on a short hike. With a little bit of luck, I can fly the drone from the bottom and the top of the cliff. Driving at Trollstigen is an experience. When I did this first in 1993 on my trusty Honda CB400N, I really appreciated being on a motorcycle because I could just move to the side, into the shallow gutter and stop, take the camera out, and have all the time in the world for taking photographs. This is different when driving in a car. You're also stopping frequently, but that is more to let incoming traffic pass, because the road is often too narrow for two cars side by side. Let's not even talk about coaches, of which there are plenty driving here. Still, it is great to see how considerate, friendly and grateful most people here are. I've seen very few drivers who thought it'd be wise to try and squeeze by. When I drove this road 3 years ago, coming from Åndalsnes, i.e. from north, I was amazed how many cyclists there were making their way up, until I realized that close to all of them did this with electric aid. Regardless, they made more of an effort than I did, sitting lazily in my car. This year there weren't quite as many cyclists here, but this may be due to the not quite as good weather. I had a great time regardless. So, what do you say? Is this a road you would want to drive? Or have you been here before? After this little excursion, I drove back over the plateau and stopped at 2 potential car parks for the night. One had a beautiful creek, the other one had the toilets. So I continued to trek back roughly 30 kilometers towards Sylte and booked myself into Gudbrandsdjuvit camping, another campground under new management. I was contemplating driving the hairpins again at night and without traffic. Sadly, weather did not comply with my plans. I spent the next day at the campground to do some much needed editing work, and on that second day I learned how useful timed showers can be, even though I don't like the concept. Well, at Gudbrandsdjuvit camping there is no timer at the showers, and there were 2 for men and I presume also 2 for women. Anyway, that second morning some guy literally spent half an hour under the shower while a queue formed, and I eventually banged at the door telling him that time was up, and he still took almost as long getting dressed as it took me to have my shower and getting dressed. Again, I'm no friend of having to pay extra for the shower, but it certainly stops people from blocking one cubicle for an eternity. And with this cheery message, we've come to the end of this episode. As always, let's quickly look at the map and driving data. I left the car park near Ørskog at 9:30 and drove 23 kilometers to Ostølvatnet Ionity station to charge the car's battery from 18 to 95% by adding 60 kilowatt hours. After another 103 kilometers and 2 ferries, I reached the top of the Trollstigen hairpins that I then drove down and up again, and where I hiked a bit before driving the last 30 kilometers of the day to Gudbrandsdjuvit camping near Sylte. As always, you can find the driving data on my website www.travelectric.net. Tomorrow will be yet another exciting day, as I will visit Geiranger Fjord, another picture postcard location that is a highlight of many Norway road trips. And with that, I thank you for joining me again on this journey. I hope you enjoyed it and found it helpful. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe, and I'm looking forward to seeing all of you again on our next stage. You have a wonderful day. Take care. Bye bye.